Hello there. So, what I've done is not. You can see, right? I made sure it didn't save because I was disappointed by the fact that it did that to us, right? And I had a suspicion it would, which is why I didn't want to spend the prestigium to start with, right? We've still got 107 prestigium, so we're just a little bit off getting the 108. But given how much it's going to take, apparently that wasn't the last episode. There I was thinking end of series, not the end of series. So, we're going to pretend I didn't buy that, so that we can just let that roll in some more. Because, what are we? 100 prestigium is a massive amount for us to build a. Right, alright, build a place of your own and enjoy some peace and quiet. And then it goes like, right, okay, you've made some land, now build an island or whatever. It looks like we're going to have to build our own universe. Now, I'm not being funny, prestigium's very expensive. Like, very expensive. And I'm not sure I approve of the expense that they're making us go to. Right? Because, 100 takes a long time to achieve, right? And 10, after you've spent the 100, 10 takes even longer to achieve than 100. Right? I mean, not quite true, but close enough. Right? So, my theory is, if we get to maybe 200 prestigium, which we'll easily get to, that's not bad, right? That's a reasonable return. Something like that, anyway. And we're now pretty quickly gaining ourselves aluminium. Right? I'm not having to do much to facilitate our aluminium growth. Excuse me a second. I can't remember the name of this band. I've recommended them multiple times, and I can never remember who they are. Royal Blood. That's right, Royal Blood. But look, right, I already pressed that once today, and it's already got back up to the thing. Now, it's going to take us a while to get to where we need to get to. But if we spend that 100, right, it will go to 10 times the amount of time, right? Now this is, alright, not quite 2 minutes, but 1,000 seconds is an eternity. When it then will probably want more thereafter as well, right? Whereas we could just save up a whole bunch. I have a feeling it's gonna cheat us out of our prestigium in ways that I'm not sure I'm comfortable with, if I'm honest. And look at that, we are nowhere near, and honestly I could start spending aluminium here. But it's the 11 billion silicon that seems to be the issue, that's why I'm not doing it. Like, it's a long way, 11 billion silicon, there's an awful lot. I'm not pressing this button anymore, I've decided against it. I mean, I think it's fair to say we are going quickly enough. Oh, hang on. No, I thought there was something more there. There isn't. I was hoping there would be. Yes, there isn't. But 15 million, right, it's too much. It's just too much. This is 26 million, which is also too much. Too much. Actually, we can do this now because I've just realised we don't need to be going as quickly. We're already going very quick. Right? Might as well just try and max these out to get maximum resources. Because more resources is good, right? It's not going to hurt us to get more resources in this particular example. Nothing we can do here, like... Right? That doesn't matter. This one doesn't really matter, but we're getting there, right? Look, already we're at the point where I can buy another one of these. So I might as well. Oh, this is a cover of one of my favourite Sheryl Crow songs, right? So the song itself is All I Want to Do, but it's by a band called Scary Pockets, who do covers and amalgamations of songs. And it's actually a really, really good version of it. I don't think it's better than the original, but it's pretty good. It's probably equal or just below. Takes a second to get used to because it's a man singing instead of a woman, and that did spin me out, I'll be honest, right? Hang on. Yeah, but also still really good. Really good. He's got such a phenomenal voice, the guy singing this, right? Much approved. Yeah, there's just not. I thought there'd be more. I mean, there is. I go here and I spend our prestigium. And we could spend it, we could complete the first 2 stages. But I have a feeling it's more than that, right? I know these, I've worked this game out, right? Yeah. I just feel like I've been cheated. Cheated, I tell you, cheated. Not to be confused with cheated, that's something very different. So we need times 36, so we will need, hang on, 34.6, 35, 35.3, 35. We need 5 more, so we'll need 116, I guess, to get to 100 seconds per prestigium. I mean, it's still quick, right? It's just not quick enough. I want it quicker. Daniel, quicker. I think it's 180. I think it's 180 prestigium. Gets us one every minute. I don't know. I can't prove it yet. For some reason, I have this suspicion. Wait, what? Oh, I'm looking at the... No, I was looking here, going, why haven't we got enough aluminium? Because we're in the wrong... I'm looking at the wrong bit. Like a doofus. And the worst thing is this one doesn't stop. It just keeps going. It doesn't tell us where it stops. It goes on forever. That's 11 prestigium. I've already wasted 5. Where could we be had I not wasted 5? Because, like, it's kind of rubbish. I mean, maybe. I mean, we did get quite a lot of boost from that. But the thing it gives us here, like, 402,000 light years. I mean, it's marginally... oh no. What difference has it made? None. Right? Realistically, it's made no actual discernible difference to how fast we're travelling. I want to upgrade this, but I can't. Only because it's going to take us too long to get there. Way too long to get there. Another 600 seconds there. Yes, well, you know. 112. Nice. Yeah, 34.6. So what I'm looking for is to see whether or not that goes to 35 or 34.9. Because that will tell me whether or not my 180 is about right or wrong. It's probably wrong, let's be honest. But you know, 10,000 seconds to get another 100, right? Roughly. I mean, it's not entirely fair because this number keeps coming down, but... yeah. All I'm actually going to end up be doing this episode is increasing the amount of aluminium we get given. And the amount of aluminium we're spending. Or the amount of titanium we're getting. Well, actually, technically, it's the chance of aluminium. Because this number has got to go up to over, whatever, 20 million or 15 million before it's worth me spending it anywhere else. At this rate, anyway. See? Now I'd like to increase this number. That is a number I'd like to increase. But again, is it worth it? Probably not. Why? Because it isn't. When I could just be spending it here. Like my iron and titanium should be going here. My aluminium should be going here. Well, we're nearly at 11 million. Ooh, I could nearly press this button. You know I want to, right? We have to be at 12 billion though. Which is a long way away, I'll be honest. 113. It goes up by 0.3 every time. Okay, hang on. I can do the maths then, now. So, we know, one thing we know is we start at 1 times. So in order to get to 60 times, we only have to go up 59 times, right? So 59 divided by 0.3 is 196. And then that will give us, because 60 by 60 is 3,600, right? Is that right? That is right. Yes. I'm not wrong about that one. It's a standard calculation, how many minutes in an hour, right? Oh, sorry, how many seconds in an hour? Because it's 60 seconds times 60 minutes. Gives you 3,600 seconds for an hour. Not that you care. I mean, you might care. I don't know. But, yes. It is a thing. A real thing. I didn't make it up. You can't prove it. I mean, you could. If you can disprove the 3,600 seconds in an hour thing. And then I will have egg all over my face, which may or may not already have some egg on. Who knows? I don't know. I'm trying not to get too esoteric. This is BB King, I think. BB King's good. No, it's not BB King. It's the other guy. And before you say they all look the same, no, they don't. It's just that this guy sounds a bit like it. It's Gary B.B. Coleman. You see? You can see why I thought B.B. Right, it's Gary B.B. Coleman with The Sky is Crying, which ironically has a spaceman sitting on a sofa. At least I think that's a sofa. It's got space fish around him, and he's got his feet in a pond, but he's definitely wearing a space lid. So I don't know if it's a spaceman or if it's a guy in a motorbike helmet, but it looks like a spaceman to me. Which is appropriate. And the sky is crying because we're travelling so fast that we can get out of the observable universe every 3 seconds. And then some. Apparently, we're going very fast. It's a city around that distance. I keep telling you. And we need to get 46.5 billion light years to get from Earth to outside the observable universe. And we're going 19.2, which is nearly 60 billion in 3 seconds. Right? Stupid speeds. It's ludicrous speeds, I tell you. Right. I can't do the thing I was going to do that one, wasn't I? That was the one I was going to do because now we can get extra hydrogen pump. You know, the whole 1 extra hydrogen pumped per second. I'd love to know how to get that times 2. Used to be times 2. And then it changed, and I don't know why. Yes. Apparently, Gary B.B. Coleman's baby don't love him no more. That's probably why the sky's crying. Well, technically, it's probably why he's crying in the sky to make waterfall, making it seem like rain. But it's not. Did you ever watch Adult Swim? I know it's a segue, but Adult Swim was quite fun. I'm not sure I fully approved of most of it, in terms of, I don't know that it was entirely brilliant. But it was quite good. Yeah. I just was hoping that, no, this one. This would only cost 1, and then it'd cost more, and then more, and then more, and then that would be reasonable, right? You could plan it out more better. More better? You could plan it out easier. More easily. Betterer. Betterer is not a correct English term for those of you who are interested in learning English. Although if you're learning English by listening to me, sorry? Yes. It's a choice. We all make choices in life. I made one to play this game that seems to be surprisingly never ending. I just hope this doesn't max out ever, because if this maxes out, we're in real trouble. Like, real trouble. Because currently, let's have a look. I mean, it's alright, isn't it? It's not bad. But it's not good either. It's very small. Have a look again. 6,510 per tick. If it goes off. Which doesn't always go off. Disappointing. But hang on. So yeah. In other news, I'm still playing my Star Wars game. It's called Galaxy of Heroes. If you like mobile games, I wouldn't play it. I mean, I like it. I've played it since it came out, and I've got an unfair advantage over most people as a result. It takes a long time to get to where I got to in the game, and I'm right near the top of where you can get to in this game. There are people who are further along than me, but they've spent hundreds and hundreds of thousands of pounds, dollars, dollary-doos, whatever, right? And they don't mind having spent that money, I've been told. But also, if you want to be near the top, it's an expensive game. If you don't want to be near the top, like if you want to be sort of mid-runs, you can play it free and it's alright. So unlike the Bazaar, where you can play it for free and it's relatively good, like no real struggles, you're not worrying about competing with other people, all that nonsense. Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, you do need to be spending money if you want to be at the top. No amount of saving up is going to do you good. Or doing things strategically. It will help a lot, like it will reduce your spending factor by about 15 or 20 compared to the top players. But even then, right, it's still expensive. Whereas the Bazaar, I've been playing it as you've seen, and if you've seen, that is, it's another series on the channel for those of you who haven't. It's a card game. And yeah, it's like Slay the Spire in some respects. But yeah, it's a good game, and you can do it entirely for free. So they've got a really nice monetization program, as in like you can spend money if you want to reward them. And once I start getting good at it, maybe I'll put a little bit of money into it, actually, to be fair. I don't know that I will. I think I'm going to stick free to play on that, just because, why not? I might, I don't know, buy something from their online store if they've got like merchandise or something, just as a way of saying thank you for the game. But I'm not going to be spending money in the game, because that defeats the purpose of it being a free-to-play account, right? But yeah, so a mate of mine playing Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes for like 3 or 4 years, I guess. No, it can't be that. Yeah, about 3 years, I think. And he always tells me off about how far ahead of him I am. I'm like, oh, what am I supposed to do, right? A, I started at the beginning, and B, you don't spend any money on that game. And he's like, no, I don't. I'm like, exactly. He's like, oh yeah, good point. Yeah. And we're not going to talk about how much money I've spent on that game. It's definitely over £1. Yep, definitely over £1. And I'm not going to tell you my account name or anything like that. I'll never link that game to this channel. I was toying with putting up some videos for people for it on a different channel, because then they're not connected, right? But my guild is often asking me about, oh, you know, any ideas on how to do this or whatever, and I'm like, well, I give them a very, very descriptive text description rather than just record a video, because did I mention I don't like my own voice? Fortunately, I don't have the sound echoing into my ear as like a monitor. Like when you sing, you get your own voice piped into your ear, so you know. I mean, I used to do that, and then as soon as I got my vocals right during the sound test, I would have it stopped being piped to my ear, so I could only hear the music, except for what the crowd could hear. And it always worked for me. Although the sound engineers found it funny. They'd be like, really? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, okay. They'd get some quizzical looks. But I'm happy with quizzical looks. Quizzical looks work for me. If I can make you raise just one eyebrow. Not two, just one. Right, wait for it. Wait for it. Ding. Like it. Right, now, hang on. We needed 23 for something in here, didn't we? This one. Is it worth spending all of that just in there? Probably not. But it's also kind of worth it. I can't spend it yet. Why not? 23.5. I could spend it here, couldn't I? Get another thing. Is it worth it? It's hard to know. Honestly, it's hard to know. I don't know that it is worth it. Yeah. No, it's not, because... Wait, why can't... Am I not reading this correctly? Right. 20 something or another. Oh, it's 6.9 and we haven't got enough silicon. That's why. I was looking at the wrong digits. It's my own fault. So that's 5 or 603. I don't like this font. It's a bit too small in some ways. Hang on. 5. It's definitely a 5. Oh, we're at 7. Wait, what? Why aren't you doing the thing? At 7 point something like 25. Oh wait, that says 29, right? 29 million? Looks like a 3. It's not, it's a 9. Do I want to wait for it, is the question. Because I could. There's a question. Do we wait? I mean, we could just dump it all in here. It's only 5. So it put us up to 22.2%. I mean, it'd be the bedtime amount, right? But we're up to 126 prestigium, which is nice. Down to 92 seconds. Which is good, right? Because that means every 900 seconds we get 10 prestigium. So what's that? 15 minutes? Yeah. It might be pressing this button for a little bit, because I'm going to do it. Just so we can spend the money. Well, I say the money. We can spend the hydrogen. See what the next upgrade is. And then I'm going to cry, because it'll be like 35 million aluminium. But, you know, why not? Right, okay, we must be there, right? No, need another 500,000. Well, I'll be there in a second or two. Then I can press this. So wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. There we go, right. That was expensive. But now, we can press this one. I haven't pressed this for ages. $146. So I'll need 2 more upgrades to our hydrogen storage tanks. That's just irritating, because the next one is 44 million aluminium. How do you make that much? I mean, really, game. If there was a way of unlocking it so that this went down quicker, with the water ticks. I mean, obviously that you're supposed to leave it offline and just keep it going and blah blah blah, but I don't want to. I don't wanna. What part of no did you not understand? Refuse. honestly, I could start pressing this for fun. I didn't need to do that. It just felt like I should. I don't know why. It just seemed like an idea at the time. I mean, we're up to 780 water a second now. 785 water a second. But we're making so much money, or currencies. I mean, we're not going to be able to press this for another episode, but doesn't matter, right? We're so far now, so far. We're going to be at a point where I can press this again soon. Actually, quite soon. I say quite soon. And 128 prestigium. Still at 91 seconds. Which is silly. Because realistically, the rate that we want our prestigium coming in, there you go, we just hit the 90-second mark. Every 90 seconds we get a prestigium. Now, that's the sort of rate that I would be happy to consider start spending prestigium. So we still need a whole load of prestigium before I feel comfortable spending it. I mean, yeah, how many prestigium can I make in the next 35 minutes, I wonder? Let's see, 35 times 60 divided by 90 gives us, we're only going to make another 23, give or take, by the end of this episode. So we're not making a lot of prestigium, right? Although we are slowly increasing our aluminium per second amount. Which is good, right? And this is still going up significantly, which I approve of, because that isn't a lot of iron that we're spending. Well, these numbers are getting bigger, these numbers are getting bigger, and therefore this number is getting easier to achieve, because these numbers are getting bigger. I just wish this went up by more than 40. Like 100 at a time, maybe, considering the amount of aluminium that we're having to harvest. Well, hang on, how far are we about this now? Nowhere bloomin' near. I probably shouldn't have bought all that water. Not that it made a lot of difference, right? I don't know why I'm doing that. I think trying to get it to 100, or 1,000, sorry, not 100. We're already at 100. No, 8. Yes. Anyway. I'd be curious how many more probes we can get to. I don't really want to spend the iron at the moment. That's one of the reasons why. Because we're nearly at being able to push it to 57, 57, 37, go. 130. Actually, 130? Still at 90 seconds. Boo. But that's a good number, look at that. Which means, look at the amount of energy we're going to gain. 85 million a second just from solar panels. Solar panels? What are they? Nobody knows. Shh, don't tell people I said silly things. Well, let's just do this for a bit. Give it a boost. Why not? very chilled. Very chilled. Yeah, so I'm sorry that I didn't keep the landing place in the right place. I just decided it wasn't really worth it given the prestigium burn off that it caused. And if I was doing it again, which I'm not going to be, I think the next time I would probably not bother pressing the prestigium button in the engineering tab at all. And I would probably not be pressing the hydrogen tab as much. Because, yeah, I mean, it got us there quicker, but turns out getting us there was not the problem. Ooh. Doink. Nice. Up to 57 titanium, which I like. Oh. Doink. Nice. Yeah, we're going to need over 1 million iron before we can spend any more elsewhere. But that's fine, we can do that. It's not going to be a problem. I mean, that will get there just in the course of saving up for more probes to get more titanium chance. Well, and it will all happen while we're waiting for more prestigium, which is nice. There you go, you see, look, boink. So, we're down to 88 seconds. Nice. Yeah, it's going to take us a while before that comes down to a significant number. Because, you know, we'd need, what, 1200? Give or take, to get this down to 1 every second. And I'm not waiting that long, I don't think. I think that's probably excessive. It might not be. It might actually be the right move, believe it or not. Because we might end up needing loads and loads and loads of prestigium. Because building an island, then you have to build a house, then you have to build whatever else. Because it does say, right, look, from far enough from civilization to build a place of your own. And then you have to, so you build a place, then you need an island, then you need something else. I'm sure of it. And I'm not making the mistake of doubling the length of the game because I decided to press the prestigium button too early. Oh, yes, right. Press that, press this. Yeah, I mean, we're getting there slowly. I mean, very slowly, but we are getting there. How's this looking? This has actually made a significant increase. I mean, I say significant, marginal increase. But this was like, what, 2 million something? 2,307,000. It's taken us a while to get there. I just don't know if that's additive or cumulative. I don't see how I'm ever going to get this one. This is just silly. Like, how do you get 44.5 million? I mean, obviously you press the 10-second button, or the 10-minute button, and were it running in the background, which I'm not going to do because that just seems not fair. Oh, 87 seconds. Ooh. It's nice. I approve. Yeah. As long as we can keep plugging it or bringing that number down, the more we bring it down, the better it gets. You know, every 3 prestigium, roughly, we get an extra multiplier, a whole multiplier, compared to what it was. So I don't know what we're at now, 40, 41, so 3 more, it'll be 42, and so on and so on. We want to get to 60. That's the magic number, because then we get 1 prestigium a minute, which is actually pretty good, right? I can live with 1 a minute. I don't really want to spend it at that point, but, you know, it's the problem with this game. Well, you remember my struggle with spending the hydrogen earlier in the game, and I'm like, I don't want to spend it. Like, if you look at some of the stuff that we spent it on, it was completely unnecessary. Oh, okay. Thanks for that. So, my music is a mixtape from a DJ called Delina. You might have heard me talk about her before. She's good. She's just like UK garage and drum and bass and stuff. It's good. I like it. Anyway, but sometimes she just does the wop 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 DJ Delina live mix stuff on it all the time. Now, I'm going to classify that as advertising for her, even though she's not paying me, because I did the impression. It wasn't a very good impression, I'll grant you, but, you know, my voice does not match hers, I can tell you. She doesn't. I don't have that plum English rose British lady's voice. Definitely not. No matter how hard I try, it's just not going to happen. I can do a voice like this, which still does not sound very good. This is BBC Radio 4. That sort of nonsense, right? But that's still not great, right? It definitely didn't help that I broke my voice. I lost a lot of my top range. Maybe this will take to the end of the month of May. Who knows? I wasn't expecting it to. I thought that yesterday's episode would be the last episode. I was incorrect, much to my chagrin. The number goes up so slowly. So slowly. 136. 137. I mean, I say it goes up so slowly. I mean, it's gone up quite quickly. Mm. "85 seconds. That's actually not bad now. It's still not good, but it's not bad. I can get down with that. How's this looking? No change, or no discernible change as well, as far as I'm concerned. Can't believe how much titanium we must have spent, given how much we've added to the pools for various different nonsense. Well, it's good. We're getting there. But still. Mm, 138 prestigium. Nice. Nearly ready to spend some more titanium. I do approve. I don't know how much titanium we're going to need to spend though, so I'm going to just hold here for a little bit. I didn't look, so whoops. I didn't mean to come off the yellow square. For total silicon. 6 million a second is not very much. Hey, that was well timed. 2570, eh? Wait, hang on. Fortunately, it's only 1 second's worth of silicon per probe. Well, 1.5 seconds of silicon, realistically. It's not a lot of silicon, is all I'm saying. Just putting it out there. Oh, well, hang on. Well, that's not working. That's annoying. Oh, that's not bad. 22.4% chance. Still a lot. We need more. More. Right. I could have sworn the yellow square had moved, and then it didn't, and then it did. And it was all over the place. Right, hang on. Much apologies. So hang on, it was at 20 million for extra capacity of hydrogen, and now it's at 45. So we're going to need a lot of aluminium, right? Because we need to upgrade it twice to get the next upgrade. I don't know what that's going to make. It's going to be a lot. But we've way blown past our requirement in terms of distance. Right? We're trillions of light years away from where we should have been. Which is good and bad. It means it's going to be very quiet, but it does mean it's going to be hard to receive the post. I hope I didn't take a library book out and get a crew find. Could you imagine my tax bill? Yeah, so turns out you left 10 pence in your bank account, and you destabilised the entire world economy, because by the time we finally found you, you were so far away that you accrued so much interest. Oh, is that so? Never mind. I'm going to file that as a you problem. Oh. One more tick, please. One more tick. Come on. Hurry up. Hurry up. Yeah, thank you. Right. 83 seconds. Woo. Excuse me. Don't you hate paperwork? I hate paperwork. Paperwork's like the bane of my life. People are like, oh, can you fill in this form? And I'm like, no. And they're like, oh, go on. I'm like, can we do it online? They're like, no. And I'm like, that's fair. What if I make a mistake? They're like, you'll have to start again. I'm like, really? But what if I'm like 3/4 of the way through and I make a mistake? Then you'll have to start again. Well, can we not just do it online then? Nope. Right. It's kind of frustrating, if I'm honest. I don't like paperwork. I mean, I know I said that already, but it's very true. Paperwork is rubbish. Fortunately, it doesn't happen that often, but when it does happen, it happens way too often for my tastes. Right, hang on. Just wiping the ash off my desk. Frustrating. Right, let's go to carry on pumping out aluminium. I've run out of random bits of Japanese to find on the internet. I mean, I say run out, but YouTube stopped recommending it to me, which is a little bit irritating. So my hours of immersion have really cut down. I mean, I could just put Bleach on. I've got it all on, well, I've got a load of it on DVD. I've got like 13 series. So I could just watch it all in Japanese, but it's not properly spoken Japanese, it's anime Japanese. So it's a lot of it's very informal, it's not spoken properly in some regards. Some of it is really spoken properly, but most of it is kind of informal, and you need both formal and informal. And a lot of the people, when you listen to them on YouTube, unless you're typing in the Japanese characters, which using my PlayStation, ironically, I can't. It's only ironic because PlayStations are a Japanese product, right? But yeah, yeah. If I knew what I was looking for in like words in Japanese that I could type in, that'd be different. But I don't. I haven't got a clue. Because I do all my YouTube watching through my PlayStation because it's easier. I could connect my PC up to my projector, right, and do it that way. I've got dual screen capabilities, that's not an issue. However, I don't really want to do that because I like keeping things separate in certain ways. But yeah, realistically, it's the power cost. Honestly, my PC's like 1,000 watts. It's a beast. You hear that? You're a beast. It didn't really respond. I don't know what I was expecting from it, but it didn't do anything. Anyway, the point is it's a really pokey device, right? Like it's powerful enough that it can cool my room down in order to keep the chips cool, which is nice. So it's great during summer, I guess, when I want to do recording, because my flat will get cooler, which will keep by proxy my PlayStation cooler, which is not my PlayStation, my projector cooler. So that's great, right? However, flip side, it is a bit of a waste in some respects in terms of energy to do that, right? I think that's silly. Personally, I don't think it is valid as a way of cooling my flat down, because I've got I just bought a fancy thing actually. What are they called? Like an air cooler. You put little bits of water in it. It's like in between air conditioning and having a normal fan. You can have a specialized fan that allows water or iced water to get ionized and put into the atmosphere to cool the whole place down. So I bought one because last year it got very warm, and both last year and the year before I cooked my projectors, and I had to buy new ones as a result. Don't get me wrong, they're not very expensive. They're like, what, 150, 200 pounds? So $250 or something. Right, and I've spent less on projectors than I would have on one television. However, I've got a nice TV in my gym, and you know, I'm not going to have to replace that regardless of how warm it gets indoors. So, you know, but between my cooler and my projector this year, hopefully it will keep my projector cool enough that the investment will be worthwhile and my projector will last more than a year. That's my aim, right? Because yeah, they're like, this one cost me 150 quid or something, right? I got it on discount. It should have been like 350, but for 150 quid for such a big screen by comparison to buying a television, I would have to spend, I don't know what the calculation is roughly, but it's like I'd have to buy 10 years worth and I'd get a TV that's about half the size in current metrics. Now that's fine, right? It's all right. But if I don't have to spend the money, that's better, right? It's got to be. Or at least that's my estimation of things. Oh, we've nearly got enough iron to increase the amount of stuff we get. Right, we need 24 million iron, as it turns out. We've got 20. So we're not far away. We're up to 145 prestigium, which is nice. I approve. I approve of this message. Save your prestigium. You shall slowly gain more. Sorry, I'm watching the aluminium tick up so that I can go press the button while I watch our light speed modifiers, the amount of light years per second we're going. Like, you'd think we'd probably have like tried to slow down by now, given how fast we're actually going. Yeah, no, that 22.8% chance. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm gonna buy that. I shouldn't have bought that. Let's be honest. But I couldn't help myself. Just couldn't. Turns out that black hole button's a trap. Didn't need it at all. Although, hang on, don't you make... No. Hang on. No, once it's unlocked, right? So it doesn't matter. How's this looking? Oh, it's gone up by 1 space. It's not bad. Oh, I was going to check that. 80 seconds. That's good. That number is coming down. It's coming down pretty quickly. I'm quite pleased about it. We nearly got enough iron to increase our titanium output by 1. It's kind of disappointing. Like, the grind is real. So yeah, I used to call Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes Star Wars Galaxy of Loot Boxes, and then I changed it Star Wars Galaxy of Gambling, and I've given it a 1-star review because of course I gave it a 1-star review. I was annoyed. I was like, how dare you suggest to people that they should play this game and claim it's free to play? I mean, it is, but if you're even remotely competitive in the way that I am, and I'm not massively a competitive person, I don't really hold for it, if I'm honest. Yeah, whoops. Shouldn't have spent that money, eh? We got to the point where I could do the thing and I didn't because I spent the money. Well, I say money. But yeah, if you're competitive like I am, you can get very sucked into spending money in that game. And it gets very expensive very quickly. Although it's pretty. And I like the turn-based strategy of it, so it's good. It's got spaceships in it, and I love a spaceship. Did I mention I love a spaceship? I don't like that button. It makes it go wibbly wobbly, and I don't like wibbly wobbly when it comes to spaceships. I just figured I'd press that button because I felt it'd be kind of worthwhile for a bit. Hang on, I'm going to blow my nose. There we go, right. 350. That's not bad. It doesn't actually matter. I can just keep pressing that if I want. I probably should stop soon. I'm not going to. I'm going to take it at 400, I think. Because for all I know, we'll find out that can go to 50 or 500 or something, and then we'll be like, oh. But that's fine, right? 400's good. 400's a good number. Because we should get to 1 million iron by the time we get to the next thing. I say the next thing, but, you know. Not sure why this is going up. Because it is going up, and I'm not doing anything to make it go up. I mean, I'm not complaining, it's just weird. I thought that you had to press on the asteroid to get that to go up. We're not. Here's something we haven't checked for a little minute. We're at the E, and it tells us that we don't make tachyon production anymore because we have so much tachyons coming in. It's a lot of tachyons, to be fair. We're down to 78 seconds, which is also good. I mean, that's really good, actually. I'm quite pleased about that. Oh, that's Guns N' Roses. Is that Use Your Illusion? No, it's Night Train off Appetite for Destruction, right? Yeah, Night Train from Appetite for Production. Appetite for Production. That famous song by Guns N' Roses. There's Appetite for Destruction, which I do like. I do like that album. It's one of my favourite albums of all time. It's probably the best of the Guns N' Roses albums, in my opinion. Not that I'm any sort of knowledge or wisdom upon the subject, if I'm honest. Right, hang on, how many can I press it for? Oh, a couple. There we go, right? I can get up to 500 in a minute. Just for a laugh. Why not, right? There we go, right. And it's still, that would be 50% if we get there. We won't get there, surely. I mean, I say we won't. Who knows? Not me. I just want to see what happens when this goes to done, that's all. Because, you know, why not, right? $5 whole million aluminium, eh? I mean, that's good, right? 77 seconds. We're getting there. Now, should I do the thing? Because what I was thinking is, right, I can press the save button, then we can go to here and I can start spending prestigium and then end the game before it saves. I don't know that I'm going to do that, if I'm honest. Alright, what I'm going to do is every time it gets to the point where it's around the point of this, that makes sense to me. I just want to see where this max out, because it's not going to max out at 1,000, right? That makes no sense. I mean, it does make sense, but I just don't believe it will with the way the game is played so far. Although we could do with some more magnesium now. I'm spending it all. Because I haven't spent it for ages. And now I'm starting to spend it. I figure why not, right? It makes sense to me anyway. I'm going to be able to press that button. Huzzah! This is a good song. So it's a band called Ninja Sex Party, and it's called Release the Kraken. I recommended it to a friend of mine the other day for reasons. But yes, absolutely brilliant. It was to do with a book he was involved in, and he was looking for some sort of relevant. Wait, what? Oh, I don't have enough magnesium. Boo. Well, that's it. Anyway, that's the game for today. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to save it, and then I'm just going to donk, 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 donk. Yeah, you see, loads more, right? So, anyway, thank you for joining me.